Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. We have the first of the Team Bardock EZA showcase videos, and the first one is going to be around Big Bad Borgos. We are indeed running him on a 170 Pure Saiyans team, as you know, the best possible category that you can currently run him on. Of course, the usual place you're going to be running these units on will be a Team Bardock category, which not just yet, but sometime in the future. You know, we've seen it with the Ginyu Force LRs. Both of them eventually will get the Tech 1 EZA as well, just like JP. The Team Bardock LR will pick up an EZA as well, but this is currently the best place you can run them on. In probably a few months, maybe a bit more, when Raditz does drop, all the Team Bardock EZAs will also go on a 200% category lead. Unfortunately, Raditz just isn't that good, is he? But eventually they will have a 200% category lead to go on, even though 9 times out of 10 you will be running these units pretty much together whenever you run these, just like the Ginyu Force units. So, you know, there is that. And then once we finish all the showcases, I'm going to take all the EZA Team Bardock units, go into the Team Bardock, I can't remember if it's SBR or ESBR off the top of my head, and we'll take on that, because I haven't actually done that yet. So not only will we do the actual, you know, completing of the stage, we'll do 2 videos in one, we'll showcase the entire team on top of that and see how they do and how good the Team Bardock EZAs actually are together. So let me know what you think of them down in the comments and how you're finding them. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you are new. But yeah, let's hop into the Goku event and see what Big Bad Borgos can do. Okay guys, here we are. We have them on rotation with currently the Team Bardock Strength Bardock unit. As I said, a lot of the time you're going to be running these Team Bardock EZA units pretty much together because they link so well together. Although because they are Pure Saiyans units, you know, they do have kind of those typical links. Outside of Team Bardock and, you know, maybe a few other units, links like here and there. For the most part, they share quite typical and common links. You know, Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Pride, Saiyan Lineage, Prepared for Battle, Shattering the Limit. So, I mean, if you really wanted to use these units on like a Pure Saiyans category team, low class warriors, etc. Because unfortunately they don't go on that many good categories. You know, as I said, low class warrior, Pure Saiyans, Team Bardock, but that's still a 120 lead. Space Traveling Warriors though, however, and then storied figures. I mean, you can actually run them with other Saiyans units, just they probably won't get on the team. But that is an option if you ever want to do that, just to put that out there. So we do have pretty much every single link active. Funny enough, the only link we don't have active is Infire, which actually does give us, what, I think like attack plus 10% or something like that. 10.5% of all enemies minus 10.5%, which 10%, you know, it's not the be all and end all. It's a nice extra bonus on, you know, to have while, you know, attacking, but none of the other Team Bardock units have the Infire link. None of the other units have Infire. I think that's a common thing between these units. There's one link that a lot of these don't share together by the looks of things, or at least from what I've seen briefly, but that's why I've also got the Fizz Goku here, just to have all of his links active, because that is an attack link, so we might as well get it off. But typically, you probably won't ever have all of his links active, because the Infire link, well, not too many good units have that, especially that do link with Borgos, or Borgos. But yeah, turn 1, as a majority of his links active apart from Infire, or Infighter, not Intfighter, is he has a 262k attack stat and 134k defense. Now, for a free-to-play unit at the start of turn, it's not bad. That's that attack and defense plus 150% he's getting at the start of turn. And again, for a free-to-play unit and a free-to-play EZA, that is not too bad. Let's give him some orbs and see what he's sitting on now. So he's gone up to a 353k attack stat, and of course he's still on that 134k defense. Now, in terms of what he does, I mean, you know, leader skill not really important because they're a 77% lead. You're not really going to be using those in 2022. And, you know, if you saw my Will video the other day with the Year 1 units, definitely not going to be using them with that. But 2.3 mil attack stat. Obviously not going to be anything crazy. Big 2 mil crit, though. Big 2 mil crit, though. But he does also greatly raise attack and defense for one turn by 50% and causes supreme damage to the enemy with a high chance of stunning, which is quite nice. Very handy, of course, for SBR and ESBR, which, of course, they do have a category mission or category stage completely around, so he'll be good there. Already mentioned, he does get that attack and defense plus 150% at the start of turn. Gets an additional attack and defense plus 100% when facing only one enemy. Launches an additional super attack when facing 2 or more enemies, which is very nice, again, when it comes to SBR and ESBR. Because at least in SBR and ESBR, not only can you stun, but then you also launch an additional attack guaranteed when facing 2 or more enemies, which you're always going to be pretty much doing in SBR and ESBR. And then you could potentially try and stun again, or, you know, potentially have another chance at stunning again if you didn't do so in the first place. And obviously great duration attack and defense by 50% for a second time. So that's obviously very nice. Also has a high chance of performing a critical hit when your team has another Team Bardock category ally attacking in the same turn. So the EZA isn't anything ridiculous. I think if anything, looking over these, either Borgos is kind of one of them ones that, you know, it's a solid, well-rounded EZA that's nothing too flashy, isn't anything too crazy. Kind of like, actually, to be fair, all the EZA Ginyu Force units were really good. I don't know, I've looked at a few of these, and I don't think they're as good as the Ginyu Force units. Maybe they toned them down a little bit, but that's just my opinion. But it's still not a bad EZA for a free-to-play unit. It's definitely still not a bad EZA for a free-to-play unit. So we do have all links active right now. We're getting an extra 10.5% attack, which has gotten us on a 283k attack stat. Just to be safe, I am going to use a Yema, just to be safe, like, just in case Bardock gets supered, etc. You know, things like that. I don't really want that to be happening. So we'll give you some orbs. Again, as I said, usually you're not going to be running in with this Goku. You're going to be running with other Team Bardock units. So the Infire link is probably a link you're probably never going to get active. As I said, just because not that many good units actually have it. He's on a 382k attack stat. And we're gonna see what he puts out on Super with the extra 10.5% link from Infire. Yeah, in terms of getting that critical hit when there's another Team Bardock category ally attacking in the same turn, that's never going to be an issue, and having a high chance of performing a crit is obviously very nice. 2.5 million attack stat, just shy of 2.6 mil. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's honestly not bad. It's nothing ridiculous, but it's solid. It's solid. I definitely don't think the Team Bardock units are as good as the Ginyu Force EZAs. I'm not saying they're bad in comparison. I just don't think they're just as good. That's my personal opinion anyway. But they're still pretty decent EZAs for free-to-play units. I just think Borgos is not the one that's, you know, we're going to be, you know, he's not the flashy one. He's not going to be one putting out like insane numbers, etc. I think it's just a solid EZA, you know, for a unit to do like extra chip damage, you know, things like that. You know, having an additional versus 2 or more enemies, having a high chance of performing a crit when there's another Team Bardock category ally attacking at the same time, which, as I said, is always going to be easy to get off, because, you know, the majority of the time you're going to be running these units is going to be with Team Bardock category allies. So, you know, that you're always going to have that high chance. On top of the fact that he's also rainbowed out for free. I mean, a lot of the time you should be able to get that crit off, but we do have that support from the Team Bardock unit, which has given us the, was it 50% in total? So we're on a 307k attacks at the start of turn. We're also on 158k defense. Again, don't forget, we are getting an additional attack and defense plus 100% when facing only one enemy. So in SBR and ESBR, he won't have the extra 100% at the start of turn, which means his numbers will be a little bit less, which is unfortunate. Which is why I say the EZA, or Borgos' EZA specifically, isn't anything to really write home about. Especially because I said, when you're going to be using this unit primarily, will be for the SBR and ESBR category mission, and you won't have that extra 100%. So Borgos will kind of take a bit of a step down, of course, when that time comes. I'm going to pop another Yema just to be safe. In fact, just to be safe, I'm actually going to put the Team Bardock unit up there. Give you all of these. Let's give Borgos some orbs. And what we're looking at now, we're on a 414k attack stat, which is pretty nice. It's pretty nice. So we've got like 50-60% attack and defense support from the Team Bardock unit right now, with every link active apart from Infire, which of course means we're missing that 10.5% attack. Shouldn't really change too much. But let's take a look. What are we looking at? 2.9, again, just shy of 3 mil. Now, that's pretty good, you know, pretty much a 3 mil attack stat. You know, if you got an additional there, you know, you're looking at a 3 mil attack stat easily. Now, the reason why compared to normal units or other units that we typically do showcases on, a lot of the time you probably will have, you know, the closer to the 3 mil attack stat off. Now, the reason why I say that, obviously, is because, again, the majority of the time you're going to be using these units is with other Team Bardock units, and primarily probably with the Team Bardock LR. Again, just like the Ginyu Force units, with the Tech LR Ginyu and Ginyu Force unit, and LR Fizz Ginyu and Ginyu Force units, of course, which have now got EZAs. Eventually, this Team Bardock LR will also pick up an EZA, and you'll always be running them with each other and also the LR Team Bardock unit. So a lot of the time, you'll be getting that support majority of your rotations anyway, or every other single rotation when you do use these units, because outside of actually using the Team Bardock team, you're probably not going to be using the Team Bardock EZAs all that much, just because unlike the Ginyu Force units, unfortunately they go on the good categories you want to use them on, they're already packed out. Low class warriors you could maybe fit them onto if you're not, if you're missing some units, but you're looking at Goku units, Dokkan Fresh Raditz, I guess, Bardock units, even SSJ3 Bardock still needs an EZA. You have LR Bardock. I know the transforming Super Saiyan Bardock isn't that great, but for longer events he stacks. But pure Saiyans, they're probably never getting on that. Team Bardock, again, you're always going to be running them together, again, also with the LR, so getting that support is always going to be coming off. Space Traveling Warriors as well. Yeah, there's a lot of great Frieza Cooler units, the Ginyu Force units as well, which I think, as I said, the EZAs are a little bit better there. So that is kind of a major thing against them in terms of the categories you will be running them on. But when you do use them on like Team Bardock or maybe low class warriors, you will be running them with each other and probably with the LR, which means they're always going to be having that support, which does help Borgos out, actually, put in some decent numbers offensively. But that's just my opinion. But do let me know what you think down in the comments. I'll see you next video, guys, and peace.